All Donald Trump wanted for the first couple of years of his presidency was someone in a position of power and authority who would completely ignore his actual responsibilities and instead just protect Donald Trump from consequences for his crimes. And he finally thought he got it with William Barr. You probably remember when the Mueller report was about to be released, Barr had his little press conference where he effectively lied about what was actually going to be inside of it, and that distracted the media for a couple of days. But there apparently was a line that Barr was not willing yet to cross on protecting Trump when it came to Ukraine. We learned just about a day ago that President Trump asked that William Barr hold a news conference to declare that he had broken no laws in a telephone call with Ukraine's president that is now at the heart of the Democratic impeachment inquiry, but Mr. Barr declined. And apparently that wasn't the only way that Barr has sort of generated some friction with Trump during this scandal. Mr. Trump is apparently angry with the coverage that he's received so far, but also with Mr. Barr for urging him to release a reconstructed transcript of the telephone call with Ukraine's president. Again, it's not a transcript, it's sort of a summary, but insiders are saying that that was Barr's idea to release that. It was a horrible decision. Now, Trump wants you to know that it was his horrible decision. He's said that since he's been asked, but insiders are saying that it was in fact Barr who told him to do that.
Well, now we have this report of insiders saying that Trump is mad at Barr for making that wrong decision. What happened? I thought it was a perfect call. Why would you be mad about releasing a perfect call? If I released a perfect call, I don't know that such a thing exists, but if I was part of a perfect call, I'd want it released. I'd be like, look at this, guys, it's perfection. Right? So obviously they know that it was not a perfect call. And now they realize, oops, why did we publicly admit a crime? And now Barr, even Barr, who defended him through thick and thin, and who made up things that Robert Mueller didn't say and said it on national television, who was willing to do all of that stuff, is like backpedal, 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 backpedal. If Bill Barr is backpedaling, this is really, really bad.
Yeah. Now, Barr is apparently mad at Trump too. We'll get to that in 1 second, but related to that, let's say this is true. Let's say it was Barr's idea. I can sort of see how Trump would read that transcript or be told what's in the transcript, receive the bullet points of the transcript and think it's okay. But Barr is corrupt, he's not stupid. How could he read that transcript and not think that that's gonna confirm what everyone already believed had happened?
You know what, since he refused to do the press conference saying, see, there was nothing wrong, John, I thought the same exact thing. As I was reading the story, I thought, is this Barr's way of saying, look, man, I didn't have anything to do with it, and I want him to release the transcript so that people know I wasn't doing a cover-up? Because if I'm hiding that transcript and he says in there that I'm supposed to call the Ukrainian president, maybe I get in trouble, right? Yeah. But if he releases it and I convince him to release it, then I get to say, hey, listen, man, I didn't call the Ukrainian president, and I'm the one who released the transcript. Yeah. It might have been Barr in some ways throwing Trump under a bus.
Well, apparently Barr was bothered that Mr. Trump on the call lumped him together with Rudy Giuliani, like interchangeable parts of his personal defense team. But to be fair, the reason Trump did that is because he considers them to be interchangeable parts of his personal defense team. He thinks that the Attorney General is not our lawyer, it's his lawyer, that's what he's there for. And supposedly the two remain on much better terms than Trump was with his first Attorney General, Jeff Sessions. The president has apparently given Mr. Barr extensive leeway and largely deferred to his judgment, apparently on releasing that transcript. Mr. Barr has spoken with pride about how much Mr. Trump relies on him and treats him as a confidant, but potentially implicating him in this scandal might have been a bridge too far. And the thing is, like, whether our recently put together theory is true, Barr is a part of this scandal, one that it infuriates me that the Democrats haven't made a bigger part of this. When the whistleblower tried to go through the normal channels to raise concerns, Barr quashed it. He ended it there. That's the only reason the whistleblower had to go to Congress to try to start to communicate with people like Adam Schiff. It's because Barr tried to cover it up initially.
Well, Barr seems to be one of these Republicans who feels he's getting what he wants policy-wise, therefore he's trying to protect Trump. Because I can't imagine Barr's not walking away from meetings from Trump and going, what an idiot. I mean, you just know he's doing that, but he's also saying, well, I'm getting whatever I want, whether it's the judges or the conservative policies or the deregulations or whatever you want. Because Barr also, I was listening to this thing yesterday about how he's very religious, anti-secularist. Has made statements against LGBTQ. He's very conservative. Yeah. So he's one of these guys who's a smart guy, getting what he wants, trying to protect Trump, but as you said, doesn't want to get in the middle and say, I was also part of this quid pro quo. And Trump is this paranoid conspiracy theorist. So even if you're on his good side, at some point you're going to end up on his bad side.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%. Look, I guarantee you that a lot of people say this after the Trump administration is over. And I don't know if Bill Barr will be among them, but I'm pretty sure he'll think it, which is they'll say, look, I agreed with him and I was happy to serve him. And Bill Barr, Maz is 100% right. He's super conservative, unbelievably conservative, right? But what they're gonna say is, but I didn't know how stupid he was. Mm-hmm. Like you can't be prepared for that until you're in a meeting with him and you're dealing with him day to day. Like it's stunning how stupid he is.
Yeah.
So that's why he doesn't understand things like the attorney general is not your personal lawyer. But I gotta give you a couple of quotes here that are devastating. Trump tweeted out recently when the Washington Post broke the story about how Barr didn't want to do the press conference. Quote, we both deny this story, which they knew before they wrote it, garbage newspaper. And then New York Times adds, Mr. Barr, however, did not publicly deny the account. So they are not on the same page, okay? And of course, Trump didn't check on that before he sent the tweet out. And finally, John Bolton. So I wanna give you two quotes here. He said, he is willing to defy the White House, according to a report came out today, willing to defy the White House and testify in the House impeachment inquiry about his alarm at the Ukraine pressure campaign. So here comes Bolton to Ramsey or otherwise to stretch out Donald Trump and perhaps deliver some vengeance for his own firing. But apparently Fiona Hill backs up Bolton as being not part of this and opposed to this, what he viewed to be a criminal undertaking in the Ukraine call. And here's her quote of Bolton. She's saying Bolton said this at the time. You go and tell Eisenberg that I am not part of this drug deal that Sondland and Mulvaney are cooking up.
Damn.
Whoa. Damn. So John Ramsey Bolton coming in to say, apparently, and hopefully soon in Congress, yeah, it was criminal. I knew it and I tried to stop it. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.